Modi government is spending on spying, but not on its own people. That's what the Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee said today in a speech that was meant to be the occasion for Trinamool's Martyrs Day and was beamed in 7 states across the country. Mamata Banerjee urged Supreme Court to take up the Pegasus matter on its own, saying only the judiciary can save this country now. And holding up a plastered phone, she said this is what has to be done to phones now. Cameras on the phone have to be plastered, microphones have to be plastered as well. And that it is because of this spying that she cannot talk to other opposition leaders now. Urging also the opposition leaders to form a united front, she said, Khela hobe in states and the centre until the BJP is ousted.
Our phone is totally tapped. Not only tapped, it is just like a recorder. They are behaving. Pegasus, dangerous, ferocious. They have forgotten. They allow people to live peacefully. They are harassing the people. Their dictatorship is too much. And do you know, I cannot talk to Chidambaramji because my phone will be tapped. Sometimes, if I wish, I cannot talk to Sharad Pawarji. What Pegasus? Instead of giving money to the poor, you are spending lots of money for spygiri. Spying, beating, killing, and talking too much, doing nothing. I also want to meet the important opposition leaders. अगर ये टाइम में शरद जी आप है, आप उधर में चिदम्बरम जी सब वगैरह वगैरह सब है, आप लोग सोच लीजिए, अगर आप लोग एक मीटिंग बुला सकता है तो we can attend 26 or 27th or 27, 28, 29 ये 3 दिन में अगर आप एक मीटिंग कर सकता है तो हम लोग एटलीस्ट वी कैन सिट टुगेदर. मोदी जी बुरा ना माने, हम आपको पर्सनली क्रिटिसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्यों हम कोई आदत नहीं है. मेरे को पता नहीं है आपका सब पता है कि नहीं है, ना खाली अमित शाह करते हैं. मेरे को पता नहीं है कि आपने क्या करते हैं. आपने पूरा खाली एजेंसी को काम पे लगाता है, ऑपोजिशन को डिस्टर्ब करते हैं, लोगों को मारते हैं, कानून बना के काला कानून बनाते हैं.
Let's go across to Mamata Banerjee now, joining us for the very latest on this one. Mamata, well, Mamata Banerjee has done a Mamata Banerjee, flashing that phone with a plaster and a tape put across her camera, her microphone, really sending out a very powerful message, also urging the opposition leaders to join in, to speak in one voice and take this to court. She's urged the judiciary to step in now.
That's right. Mamata Banerjee making a multilingual speech today, in Bangla, Hindi and English. And she has set herself and opposition parties a target, the election year 2024, which is why she has urged senior leaders of the opposition. She named Mr. Chidambaram and Mr. Sharad Pawar and said, why don't you call a meeting of opposition leaders either on the 27th, 28th or 29th of July. Mamata Banerjee will be in Delhi next week and she certainly wants to push the agenda to start a kind of united opposition front ahead of 2024. Mamata Banerjee's speech today, as I said, Hindi, English and Bengali, addressing certainly Bengal, which is, this is also her first speech after Bengal, Trinamool won the elections over here, the assembly elections here, and she spared no words to remind the BJP about it, about how people, defeated muscle power, money power, mafia power, central agency power. Mamata Banerjee really taking the BJP to task on that and setting the agenda for 2024. Just before she started her speech, she held up a newspaper that her party has kind of relaunched. It's called Jago Bangla or Awake Bengal, and the headline right on top was a 4-letter headline which said, Ebar Shapot, Cholo Dilli. This time the promise is, let's go to Delhi. Mamata Banerjee has certainly set her target on 2024. And the appeal that she made to all the opposition parties, hitting of course on the very, very sore point of Pegasus. Not only did she call it dangerous, ferocious. And not only did she display her bandaged phone, she also in Bengali at one point said, the phone is scanning your brain. It is basically her absolute out against the Pegasus scandal in which her own nephew, Abhishek Banerjee, has been dragged in. So there she had it, attacking Pegasus, fuel price hike, COVID, every issue that is of concern to the people today. And finally, her punchline for Mr. Modi. A punchline she delivered in Hindi, where she said, "Mohabbat kaam se hota hai Modi ji, man ki baat se nahi." BJP already launching their counter-attack on Mamata Banerjee, but watch out Delhi, Mamata Banerjee is on her way there.